أرجو محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد إياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أرجو محمد وآل محمد پر. My heart is full of dishonor and shame. I have turned away again and again, committing mistakes with nothing to gain. And yet I have the check to sit and complain. Because of my wrong, my soul has been burned. The chance that you gave, but I never learned. When I am alone, nowhere to turn, I find solitude. To you I return. Ya Rahimu, Ya Karimu, Ya Alimu, Ya Azim. Ya Rab, नहीं ए मिसाल ए मौला तेरे रहमतों से हमको मिली ए दोनों जहान ए सितारे सभी ए शम्सु कमर कि सब रोशनी तुझे ढूंढती ए मेरे निगाह नहीं मेरे को वे तेरे सिवा तू ए जिंदगी का ए आसरा मैं डरते रहूं कि हर दम सदा या रहीम या करीम या अलीम या अजीम. या रब मेरे हर दुआ मैं दूँ असर को राजिश करो मैं कतरा अगर दुआ के दे ए मौला समर सभी हाजतों के बस तू इधर तू है मेरी जान तू है मेहरबान तू ए मेरा ए रब्बे जान ए सब ए इल्तिजा ए सारे दुआ ए सुन लिल हबीब ए मेरे खुदा. Enjoying our life whilst we are at rest, we are not aware the poor are oppressed, they are crying out in a voice so distressed. They are valuable, their rights are suppressed with all of my heart. I pray for the day when orphans will smile. There will be no pain. There will be an end to all of tyrants' reign, and world in which love, the peace will prevail. Ya Rahimu, Ya Karimu, Ya Alimu, Ya Azim. Ya Rab, Salawat.
Can everyone please recite salawat as Maulana Aqeel Shah makes his way to the member?
Once again, louder salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي لا يبلغ مدحته القائلون ولا يحصي نعماءه الآدون ولا يعدي حقه المجتهدون. الذي ليس لصفته حد محدود ولا نعت موجود ولا وقت معدود ولا أجل ممدود. فطر الخلائق بقدرته ونشر رياح برحمته ووتد بصخور ميدان أرضه. الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين ولعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم ومنكري فضائلهم وغاصبي حقوقهم من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد قال الله تعالى في محكم كتابه وهو أصدق القائلين وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين صلوات اللهم صل على Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Congratulations to all of you Mu'mineen, Mu'minat, to our Maraja Izam, Ulama Alam, on the auspicious birth occasion of the ninth Imam, Imam alaykum salam, Imam Muhammad al-Taqi al-Jawad alayhi salatu wa salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Tonight is the night of the birth anniversary of our ninth Imam. We are celebrating this Milad according to the report, which says that Imam alayhi salam was born on 10th Rajab. The year was 195 after Hijrah. Imam alayhi salam was the youngest from the list of A'imma alayhimus salam who attained Imamat at the early age of 7 years. And Imam alayhi salam was the youngest Imam who was martyred at the age of 25. So Imam alayhi salam lived only for 25 years. 10th of Rajab, 195 after Hijrah, and Shahadat is 220 after Hijrah. So 25 years Imam alayhi salam lived. This month is an important month, especially the days and nights which are coming. Some of these days are called Ayamul Bayz. This is from white nights when the moon is full, which is called full moon. This Ayamul Bayz, are the Ayam in the month of Rajab, which are highly important. Important in the sense that the commander of faithful, alayhi salam, was born on 13th of Rajab, from which the Ayam starts. These 3 days are important. And it is highly recommended to spend these 3 days, 13th, 14th, and 15th of Rajab, in prayers and worshipping in dua. Especially there is an amal which is called Amale Dawood. That is highly recommended. In Mafatihul Jinan of Sheikh Abbas Kummi, he has mentioned the importance of this amal and how to do these amal which are called Amale Dawood. Alhamdulillah, recently in some of the Islamic centers, they have started doing it in congregation. That is, like we do certain Amal and we gather here for the 15th of Sha'ban, we do that together. Similarly, in some of the Islamic centers in North America, they have started performing Amale Dawood together in congregation. May Allah give me and you tawfiq to perform these Amal which are in the coming days. If not in congregation, at least we can open Mafatihul Jinan and recite the du'as and salat and namaz and other amal which are recommended for these nights. One more occasion, I don't want to miss these occasions, so I'm going very quickly, just mentioning and then coming to the main topic of the anniversary, the birth anniversary of our ninth Imam. The wiladat of Hazrat Ali al-Asghar alayhi salam, which is Babul Hawaij. Now before we were told that we have only two Babul Hawaij, Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam and Imam Musa al-Kazim. Yes, for sure they are. There is no doubt. But besides these two personalities, we have other doors from where we can ask Allah through them. And that's why they are called Babul Hawa'ij. Hazrat Ali Asghar alayhi salam, the youngest martyr of the martyrs of Karbala. He was born on the 9th of Rajab, according to the report. So we learn many lessons from him. Besides, he was very young, but he was from the list of Shuhada of Karbala. So we also congratulate the Ummah, all Mu'mineen and Mu'minat, on this occasion of the birth of Hazrat Ali al-Asghar alayhi salam. Now tonight we are gathered here to celebrate the birth anniversary of Imam Taqi al-Jawad alayhi salam. I'm going to mention very important points about his life. And these important points, maybe some of them will be new for you. 4 to 5 points are there in today's celebration. Point number 1. Before I start point number 1, let me translate the verse of the Quran which I recited and which is related to my topic. This is in Surah Tawbah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O those who believe, ittaqullah, have taqwa, have fear of Allah. Attain Inshallah, tonight we are going to learn some important points about the life of Imam al-Jawad alayhi salam. Before I mention some of these points, the verse of the Quran which I recited, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O those who believe, have piety, have taqwa, وَكُونُوا مَعَ الصَّادِقِينَ, and be with those who are truthful. Be with Sadiqeen. Now the Imam about whom we are celebrating this celebration, his title was Taqi. Taqi is from Taqwa. I mentioned earlier that some of these titles, all of our Imams, Ma'asumeen alayhimus salam, they have these qualities, they share the titles. But some are famous for a particular quality. All of our Aimma, Ma'asumeen alayhimus salam, were muttaqi, they were with taqwa. But Imam alayhi salam is famous by this title of Taqi, one who has taqwa, one who has fear of Allah. His name is Muhammad. His father, as you know, is the 8th Imam, Imam al-Ridha. And his title, his kunya is Abu Jafar. He's famous by Abu Jafar. With respect, the people will call him Ya Aba Jafar. And then his titles are Taqi. Quran says, be with Sadiqeen. Ya ayyuhallazina am ittaqullah, have taqwa. We are the followers of our Aimma. Their title is Taqi, from Taqwa. We should also practice Taqwa following our A'immah. Another important title of Imam alayhi salam is Jawad. Jawad is from Jud. Generous person is called Jawad. Jud, generosity. Imam is called Jawadul A'imma, the generous person of among the list of Imams. Again, when we say Jawad, Jud, generosity, all Ahlul Bayt, all A'immat alayhimus salam were generous. All of them were Jawad. But Imam alayhi salam is famous by this quality of Judo, Sakhawat, Sakhi, a person who is generous. He's called Jawadul A'imma. This is point number one. Imam alayhi salam was born in Medina, and he spent most of his time in Medina. Point number two is about the mother of Imam alayhi salam. The mother of Imam alayhi salam was called Sabika. Now other names are also mentioned. She was from the tribe of Berber. They are also called Nubians. And they are the people from North Africa. In today's map, if we see Sudan, Sudan is in North Africa in today's map. So she was from that area. Other names are also written for her, but what I have seen in Muntaha al-Amal of Sheikh Abbas Qummi, she is famous by the name Sabika. Now the thing which is important is Imam Reza alayhi salam has only one child, and that was Imam Jawad alayhi salam. So those Sadat, those Sayyids who call themselves Razavi or Rizvi, they are from Imam Jawad alayhi salam, because there was no other child of Imam Reza alayhi salam. So actually they are Jawadi, they are Takawi, and they are also Razavi. When Imam Reza alayhi salam became 47 years old, at that time there was no child, he was childless. So now the crisis starts. Among the lives of A'imma, they created problems for Imams. For his father, when Imam Reza alayhi salam was Imam, some people say, we don't believe in your Imamat. Na'uzu billah wa ma'azallah. That sect was called Waqifiyya. After the shahadat of Imam Musa al-Kazim, they said, we don't know who is Imam. And Imam Kazim is also, he is alive, he went into Ghaiba, he is going to come back. And some people had khums money with them, they didn't want to give it to Imam Reza alayhi salam, so they said, you are not Imam to Imam Reza. Now the crises were there, and Imam Reza alayhi salam has to fight with these crises and bring the people towards the correct meaning of Imamat. Imamat is important in the faith. And some people, they say you are not Imam. Some people said that Imam Reza alayhi salam is not Imam because he is childless. Nauzubillah wa mazala, one of the person from this Waqifiyya sect, he told Imam that you will have no child, you are Akim. Now Akim is that woman who cannot give birth to child, barren woman. Imam said, no, I'm not Akim. How do you know that Allah will not give me a son? Allah will give me a son. Now Imam is 47 years, no children. And at the age of 47, Imam Taqi al-Jawad alayhi salam was born. So actually, to look at it in this angle, that Imam Jawad alayhi salam is that Imam who has differentiated between the real Shias And those people who were in doubt about imamat, with the birth of Imam alayhi salam, these doubts were finished. Why? Because they came to Imam and said, we heard from the Holy Prophet that there will be 12 Imams. How come you have no child and you are 47 years? So it means that there is something wrong. The Holy Prophet said 12 Imams. But Imam told them that, wait, Allah will give me a son. So Imam alayhi salam was born to Sabika at the age of 47. Now another problem started. When Imam alayhi salam was born, his complexion was dark. That is, the Farsi and the Urdu word is called gandumi. Gandum means wheat, wheatish color, wheaten. So Imam Raza alayhi salam his color was white. And the son is, I will not say black, because some people have this wrong idea that some of the children of Imams were black in color. No. The word used in Farsi and in Urdu is gandumi rang, range gandumi. That is not white, wheatish color, the color of wheat, the wheat which we eat. When they saw that Imam alayhi salam color is different from the father, they accused and said that he is not your son. The son should be like father. Why there is so much difference? Imam alayhi salam said, well, he is my son. They said, no, we want to make sure that he is your son. So Imam said, how you are going to do that? He said, we will call some people who are expert in this to tell that whether he is your son or not. We are called aesthetics. These people have the knowledge. They can see the bones, they can see the color, the hair color, how the child walks, and then they can prove that he belongs to whom. Well, Imam alayhi salam was against this. He says that, no, I don't believe in such people. These people are not correct. They say, no, at the time of the Holy Prophet also, when there was a difference about a person, about a child, and in the time of the Holy Prophet, such people were called, and they decided, and they gave the ruling. So we want to do that. And these were from the friends of Imam. Some of them were from his family. From the family of Imam alayhi salam, they want to bring a person, people, to see that he is the son of Imam or not. Well, Imam said, okay, if you want to do that, do it. But I am not with you. You want to do that, you can do it, but I am not with you. Now, why Imam alayhi salam said, and why he did not say that don't do it? Because Imam alayhi salam knew that Imam al-Jawad is his son. So he wanted that it should be clarified for the others. So that's why he gave permission. They told him, okay, at that time you are not going to put your amama, the black amama, your dress, and we will not tell them that who you are. He said, yes, this is correct. Imam alayhi salam just wore his ordinary dress, and he started working in his field, in his garden, and the person entered. He saw Imam, said salam to him. Imam said, wa alaikum assalam. Then he was taken inside. The child was brought in front of him. The person saw the child, his color, hair, everything. They asked him, who is the father among these people? All the people were sitting. The family of Imam alayhi salam, the uncle of Imam was there. Imam Raza's uncle, Ali ibn Jafar, was there. Ashab were there. He said, none of these people are his father. Yes, I can see there are some relatives of this child, but none of them is the father. Then who is the father? He said, the person who is working in the garden, when I entered into the house, that is his father. How do you know? He said, I can know when they walk and the bones in their feet, I can say from the bones of the feet and how they walk, that who is the father? The father is the one who is working there in the field. Now it was clear for everyone. And Imam ﷺ told them, I told you, but you want to do and you want to clarify things for yourself. Now, the person whom you brought, he has said that the father is Imam Rida. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Now, in that assembly, there was an old man by the name of Ali ibn Ja'far. Now, Ali ibn Ja'far is the son of Imam Ja'far Sadiq alayhi salam. And he is uncle of Imam Rida alayhi salam, brother of Imam Musa Kazim, uncle of Imam Rida. At that time, he was in his 90s. Now, his grave is in Qum. This is famous, that this is the grave of Ali ibn Ja'far. I visited that grave. I recited his Ziyarat Nama in Qum, in Gulzar-e-Shuhada. Well, we are not 100% sure that he is the same Ali ibn Ja'far, but it is famous that this is the grave of Ali ibn. He has Ziyarat Nama there. He has a dome on his grave. But there are other riwayat also, as we have for the other children of Aimma, for Imam Zadagan. 100% we don't know, we are not sure about that. That Ali ibn Ja'far was 90 years old. He has a long beard, white beard. He would, whenever he see Imam al-Jawad, he will stand for him. Someone said, you are uncle of his father. Why you have so much ihtiram, respect for this child? He would say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had seen something in this child which I don't have. That's why I am not Imam and he is Imam. Now this is called ma'rifat. Ma'rifat of Imam is this, like Ali ibn Ja'far. He's one of the ashab of Imam. An old man, a very educated, learned person from whom we have riwayat. Another important person is Shah Abdul Lazim al-Hassani, from the children of Imam Hassan alayhi salam, who is in south of Tehran. His grave is famous, Shah Abdul Azim. He had the dome of Shah Abdul Azim is golden dome. We have 5 Ghair Ma'asum whose domes are golden, and one of them is Shah Abdul Azim. He was from ashab of Imam al-Jawad. He narrated a hadith from him. Once he asked Imam al-Jawad alayhi salam, O son of the Holy Prophet, recite for me hadith from Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Imam Jawad recited hadith of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He said, Zidni, some more. Imam recited second. He said, Zidni, third, fourth. 14 ahadith from Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. In one majlis, Imam Jawad recited for his companion, Shah Abdul Azim Hassani. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So imamat is something which there is no doubt when the Holy Prophet said there are 12 imams. So although Imam Jawad alayhi salam was born when his father was 47 years old, but this is promise of Allah. This is promise of the Holy Prophet which has to be fulfilled. Imam Rida said, if you think that his complexion is darker, not fair like me, that is because of his mother. The mother is from North Africa. So he has gone and his color is the color of the mother. But he is my son. Allah has given me this son. And it is famous that he was the only child of Imam Rida alayhi salatu wasalam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The third point about the life of Imam alayhi salam is he was very intelligent and very knowledgeable. So the people thought that how come a child 7 years old can become an imam? This was the first time from among the list of Aimma that someone who is not adult, not baligh, became imam. One Shia, he said, I think that we should appoint one supervisor for him, and when he grows up, when he becomes baligh 15 years, then we will accept his imamat and we will pray after him and we will take guidance from him. Another Shia came and he grabbed him from the collar and pushed him on the wall and said, what are you talking? What are you saying? Why you are bringing new things in the Shia school of thought? Madhab-e-tashayyu doesn't need that a person should be imam when he is 15 years old. No. Among the Shia madhab, if a child and he is from the list about which the Holy Prophet has said, he is imam. Age doesn't matter in imamat. And he said, you don't know about Isa alayhi salam? When he was in cradle, and he said, I am the servant of Allah, and he has given me a book, and he has made me a prophet. Don't you know that in the Holy Quran about Hazrat Yahya it is said that Allah said we gave him nabuwa, hukma means nabuwa, sabiya, when he was a child. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can appoint Isa alayhi salam and Yahya alayhi salam prophets in childhood, prophet means leader, why not the imam can be an imam and leader when he is a child? So there, the crisis which were coming in imamat, some people, brave people, learned people, the Shias, the real Shias, they fought with that. And they stood with the imams so that the doubts which was created among the imamat should go away. Now the intelligence of Imam alayhi salam, when he came to Baghdad after the shahadat of his father, Mamun al-Rashid, once he was going for hunting. He saw that Imam alayhi salam is standing with the other children. Children were playing in the streets. When they saw the king is coming with the horses, and they ran away. Imam alayhi salam was standing there. Mamun realized that this is not an ordinary child. Others ran away and he is still standing. He asked him, why you didn't run away like other children? He said, oh king, why should I run away? The road is wide. The road is wide. You can cross. Number two, I haven't committed a crime. I have not committed a sin. And number three, I know that you are a king, you will not punish anyone without a crime. Now this was a very intelligent answer. King was not expecting such an answer from a boy 7 years, 8 years old, or some say he was 9 years at that time. But he was still a child. He said, who are you? He said, I'm Muhammad. What's the name of your father? Ali ibn Musa. Now there he said, oh yes, such intelligent children are in this family. And he knew that I killed his father. So he was also thinking that he did something wrong. He is the killer of Imam alayhi salam. And he saw his son on the street, such an intelligent boy at the age of 9 giving such answers. So he went forward. And with his falcon, he wanted to do hunting, hunts a bird. The falcon came back without a bird, but in the beak of the falcon there was a small fish. When it came, the falcon came to Ma'mun, he took the fish and he was astonished. How come? Fish in the air, in the sky? Fish should be in the water. So he said, let me test the knowledge once again of that child, the son of Imam. So he said, let's go back. When they were going back, Imam was still there. He said, he hid the fish in his hand and said, oh boy, tell me what is in my hand. Now see the answer. Extraordinary, intelligent Imam. He says, well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created oceans and seas and river bodies. Inside these river bodies, there are fish. There are fishes living there. Sometimes because of the currents going on in the water, these fish goes up in the sky. They are taken up above the water. And the falcons of the king hunt these fishes, which are above the water because of the water currents, waves. And then the kings hide that fish in his hand and want to test the family of the Holy Prophet. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. He said, wow, what an intelligent person. Who will say this? No one from among the people who were with king knew the answer about the fish in the air. And Imam alayhi salam gave all the details about the fish in the air. Now he took him with him to his palace, and he decided to give his daughter al-Fadl in marriage to Imam alayhi salam. The Abbasids said, what are you doing? If you give your daughter to him, the power will transfer from Abbasid to Alavis. Don't do that. He said, no. Your forefathers took the right of Ahlul Bayt. And that was, this is enmity. Now, Ma'mun, these are the words of Ma'mun. He is the enemies of Ahlul Bayt. But sometimes, al-fazlu ma shahadat bihil a'da. Enemies also sometimes they say the truth. And this is called fazila, fazl. He says, your forefather, he's talking to the Abbasiyin. Your forefathers took the rights of Ahlul Bayt. That's why the enmity started. If you would not have done that, there would be no enmity between the Abbas. We are cousins. Abbas is the uncle of the Holy Prophet, and we are the children of Abbas, and they are the children of Ali. So we are cousins. But because you took the Khilafah from them, that's why the enmity started. And I want to finish this. So I'm going to give my daughter in marriage. They say, okay. You are king if you have decided to do that, but we have one request. What's that? Our request is let him study, complete his studies, complete his school. He needs to go to school and learn something. He said, no, this is wrong. They don't need to go to school. Their knowledge is from Allah, ilm ladunni. They don't need to go to school to learn. How come? He is young. He needs to go to school. He said, no. He is young, but he is fully knowledgeable. His knowledge is complete. Okay, we want to test that. Okay, bring your alim and let him do munazara, debate with him. They brought Yahya ibn Aqsam. Now you know about the story. I don't want to go in that detail. My time is also short. I just want to finish this point and go to the fourth and the last point about Imam alayhi salam. Bring your alim. They brought Qazi al-Qazat, the chief justice, and said, Yahya, ask him. Now you know about that, what he asked, and how intelligent answer was Imam's answer. He says, tell me about a muhrim, a person who's in ihram, and he did hunting, and he killed an animal. What is the kafara for him? Now, among the abwab of fiqh, The most difficult, one of the most difficult bab chapter is Kitabul Hajj. And from among Kitabul Hajj, the most difficult part of Kitabul Hajj is kafarat. Kafara. What is the kafara for this? Sometimes the kafara is you have to sacrifice a camel. Sometimes the kafara is you have to sacrifice a cow. Sometimes it is lamb, goat, sheep. Sometimes it is only just say 3 times astaghfirullah. There are different kafaras for different sins which a person commits or when he does something wrong during Hajj. Now muhrim with ihram, and hunting is haram, not only for muhrim. Everyone who is in haram, it is haram for him to do hunting. Hunting is not haram because of ihram, but because of the sanctity and because of the haram. You cannot do hunting when you are in haram, whether you are muhrim or ghair muhrim. But he says, no, he is muhrim, and he did hunting. Imam said, oh Yahya, what you are asking, your question is incomplete. Your question is wrong. How come my question is wrong? I'm asking about a person who is in ihram and he did hunting. What is his kafara? Tell me the kafara. He said, no. Tell me the ihram which he had was ihram of Hajj or Umrah. The person who did hunting, he was regretful, or he was saying, no, I did not did something wrong. He said, that is allowed. Or no, he was regretful. He said, sorry, I did something. And what did he kill? He killed a bird, he killed a small animal, or he killed a big animal. And when he was doing hunting, that was night time or daytime. The hunter was a man or a woman. Wow. So many learned people are sitting there. Mamun said, I don't know the answers to these questions. Imam alayhi salam, from one question, he made 10, 11 questions. And Yahya ibn Aksam also become confused. And then Imam alayhi salam gave answer to all the questions. If he was a man, then kafara is this. If he was a woman, kafara is something else. If he was regretful, then one thing. And Imam alayhi salam explained for him. Today, brothers and sisters, we go for Hajj. These kafarat, you see, when the person puts ihram, 24 things are haram for him in ihram. And there are kafaras. So who told us these kafaras? One of the Imam who clarified it in that session was Imam al-Jawad alayhi salam. Today we follow him in these kafarat, which was explained to us by Imam al-Jawad alayhi salam. And when he was told to recite nikah, the nikah which we recite today, when I perform nikah of the marriage, I recite the same khutbah which was recited by Imam Jawad alayhi salam. Alhamdulillah, ikraran bi ni'mati wa ikhlasan li wahdaniyati. This khutbah which Imam alayhi salam recited is recited today by most of the, you can recite any khutbah. But the famous khutbah, alaykum assalam, the famous khutbah which is recited in marriages is the khutbah which Imam Jawad alayhi salam recited for himself. See, what are the contributions of Imam Jawad? How great is this Imam, 25 years of age, and what we are learning from him. And Mamun said, may I be your ransom, O son of the Holy Prophet. Why don't you ask a question from Yahya? Imam said, okay, Yahya, tell me. A man looked at a woman, and this looking was haram for him, for that mahram. And that was at the time of Fajr. But when the sun rises, the same woman become halal for that man. At the time of Zuhr, same woman is haram for the man. At the time of Asr, she is halal. Maghrib haram, Isha halal. Midnight haram, after midnight halal. We don't know about any woman who is sometime halal, sometime haram, sometime halal. We don't know about that. Anyone knows? Imam is asking. Anyone? Everyone said, no, we don't know. We don't have any address of a woman who is sometime halal, sometime haram. And Imam said, well, the answer is, that was a slave woman. To look at the slave woman, or to marry her, in other words, to marry her, slave woman, she's a slave woman of someone else, not yours. For you, she's haram. But the person went and he bought, gave money and bought the slave. Now she's free woman and she is the slave woman of that person. Now she becomes halal for her. Zohar time, he said, you are free. You are my slave. I set you free in the name of Allah. She becomes haram. Later on he said, I want to marry you. Do nikah with you. She became halal. And then at the time, later on, Maghrib time, he divorces his wife. She becomes haram. And after Isha, he does ruju', talaq raj'i, where you can do ruju'. Just go back to her and tell her that, oh, we did divorce, but now we want to finish this and we are again. That's fine. This is Sharia. At the midnight, he did zihar. Now, zihar is qasam. Now, the detail is that when the husband said to his wife, your back is like the back of my mother, this is zihar, this is a kind of talaq. She becomes haram for him. This is a kind of divorce. But after midnight, he gave kafara for his qasam. Zihar has kafara. So he gave kafara. And when he gave kafara, she became halal again for him. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Last point is about the karamat and miracles of Imam alayhi salam. Although there are many things, but just make it short. There was a person, he was brought from Syria to Samira, and he was put in jail. He was accused that he says that he's a prophet, or he's a blasphemous person. He says something which are against the Sharia, against the Quran and Islam. Ravi, his name is Ali ibn Khalid. He says, I was Zaydi. Zaydi is a firqa among the Shias. Among the 40 sects among the Shias, one is called Zaydiyya, which is in Yemen. The Houthis are Zaydis. So he was Zaydiyul Madhab. That is, he believed that Zayd ibn Ali, Imam Zainul Abidin, he is the Imam. He says, I was very astonished that how can a person should say that he is a prophet? And he talks about ilm ghaib. He said, I went to the jail to see and know about his story. I found out that he is an intelligent person. He's not there is no mental issues. I said, what is your story? He said, well, this is wrong. They are accusing me that I am. I said that I never said that. He says, I was serving the place where the head of Imam Hussain alayhi salam was put in Aleppo, Syria. There is a called Maqam Rasul Hussain. I was mujawir of that. I used to clean that, pray there, tell the people about this important place. I was serving there. I was khadim, servant of Maqam Rasul Hussain. One day, I saw a young man came to me and said, come with me. I follow him because he had such a beautiful personality, handsome person. I followed him. He took me out of the Maqam Rasul Hussain and I felt that I'm in Mecca. He said, do tawaf. We did tawaf together, prayed there. And then after some time, He said, let me take you, Tayyul Ard, miracle. Let me take you to the masjid of my grandfather. And we were in Masjid Nabawi. And then we went to Masjid Kufa. We prayed there, did Amal. And he said, now close your eyes. I closed my eyes. We were in Maqam Rasul Hussain. I asked him, who are you? He says, I'm your Imam Muhammad Taqi al-Jawad alayhi salatu wa salam. Allahumma salli. You are serving this maqam of my grandfather Imam Hussain, and in order to give you hadiyah, I took you for the ziyarat of these places, the muqaddas places. He said, when he left, I told this to my friends, and later on this was spread. And they accused me that I am saying ghaib and I am prophet and this and that, which I never said. And then they put me in chains and they have brought me here to Samirra. He said, okay, you want me that I should do sifarish to the minister who has put you in jail? Maybe he will free you. He said, yes, if you want to do that, I don't mind. He said, I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter to Muhammad bin Abdul Malik Zayyat, who was minister of Mutawakkil, or minister of the Abbasi minister in Surman Ra'a, which is Samira. And I was waiting for the answer. The minister wrote on the back of my letter that tell this person to ask the same person who took him to Makkah and Medina to make him free from the jail. Why you are asking me? He's so powerful. He knows a man who took him here and there. Tell him to ask his Imam Jawad alayhi salam. He said, when I read this answer, I was very sad. I went to the jail to give him the bad news that he refused to free you. When I entered into the jail, I saw the people were running here and there. And they were crying. I asked them, why? What happened? He said, the prisoner who was brought here and who was in chains, now the chains are lying on the ground and the prisoner is not here. I knew that Imam Jawad came to the prison and took the prisoner and freed him and took with himself. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. At the end of this milad, let me share one thing very quickly. If you have any hajat, Imam Jawad alayhi salam, ask Allah through Imam Jawad alayhi salam, Allah will fulfill your hajat. So let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through Imam Jawad alayhi salam. There is one hirs for him, hirs Jawad. And Imam Jawad alayhi salam, a young Imam, so Allah will listen to our du'as through him. Oh Allah, Bismika al-Azim al-Azam al-Ajal al-Akram, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. For Shifa Mariz, recite 5 times Amma Yujib together. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Amman yujibul mustarra iza da'ahu wa yakshifus. Amman yujibul mustarra iza da'ahu. Amman yujibul mustarra iza da'ahu. Amman yujibul mustarra iza. Amman yujibul mustarra iza da'ahu. Oh Allah, for the sake of this ayat karima, for the sake of Imam Muhammad Taqi al-Jawad alayhi salam, give shafa kamila wal ajila to all those who are ill. Oh Allah, we ask you through Imam Jawad alayhi salam, fulfill our legitimate desires and wishes. Fulfill our hajat. Oh Allah, on this day of Eid, which is the birth night of Imam Jawad alayhi salam, make the Eid for us in the form of early zuhur of Imam al-Hujjah ajalallahu ta'ala faraj wa sharif, and count us among his followers and friends. Oh Allah, before we die, give us the tawfiq to do the ziyarat of Imam Jawad alayhi salam in Kazimiyya. And on the day of judgment, oh Allah, give us the shafa'at, intercession of Imam Muhammad al-Jawad alayhi salam. آمين يا رب العالمين وأنت السميع العليم بحق محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. سورة المباركة الفاتحة قبلها الصلوات. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم.
Ali Maula, Ali Maula, Ali Maula, Ali Maula, Ali 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 Maula. आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की। किस तरह साए में, किस तरह साए में तलवारों के सोए थे अली। आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की। तेग की छाँव में सोना कोई आसान नहीं, कुल्ले ईमान है अली आम मुसलमान नहीं। दूसरा होता तो, दूसरा होता तो बेदार नहीं होता कभी। आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की। चाँद से ये अबू तालिब का कमर कहता था, आज की रात इबादत का है अंदाज नया। आज अल्लाह से, आज अल्लाह से सोते हुए बातें होंगी। आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की। बस यही सोच के हमला नहीं कर पाते थे, सारे कुफार इशारों में यही कहते थे, है नबी सोए हुए, है नबी सोए हुए जागा हुआ होगा अली। आओ तारीख, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की। यही सिद्दीक है और यही अमी है लोगो, कितना है दर पे भरोसा है नबी को देखो। फातिमा जैसी अमानत भी अली को देती। आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की। हजदा के फरिश्तों ने किया है अपना, सो गया बिस्तर अहमद पे अमीर काबा। आज काबे की तरह, आज काबे की तरह ओढ़ के काली कमली। आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की। बन के सोएंगे अली आज नबी हैरत क्या, वाक़या याद करो शेबे अबी तालिब का। इनके बिस्तर पे तो, इनके बिस्तर पे तो सोने के अली है आदि। आओ तारीख सुनाओ मैं शबे हिजरत की, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की। आयतें करती है ये आज भी ऐलान अली, शबे बेदारी तेरी नींद पे कुर्बान अली। तेरे सोने से हुई, तेरे सोने से हुई दीन खुदा की चांदी। आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे की, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शब। मीर सजाद वो जब सुबह मदीने को चला, रास्ता रोकता कर जो मेरे मौला का। सारे मक्के में न था, सारे मक्के में न था इतना बहादुर कोई। आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की, आओ तारीख सुनाऊं मैं शबे हिजरत की। किस तरह साए में, किस तरह साए में तलवारों के सोए थे अली। सलवात।
अस्सलामु अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या अमीर अल-मोमिनीन, अस्सलामु अलैकी या फ़ातिमत अज़-ज़हरा सय्यदती निसाइल आलमीन, अस्सलामु अलैका या हसन अल-मुज्तबा, अस्सलामु अलैका या अबा अब्दिल्लाह अल-हुसैन व अला अली इब्न अल-हुसैन व अला औलाद अल-हुसैन व अला अस्हाब अल-हुसैन। अस्सलामु अलैकुम या इम्मत al-baqir, अस्सलामु अलैकुम या इमामैन अल-काज़िमैन, अस्सलामु अलैका या गरीब अल-गुरबा अली इब्न मूसा ar-रिदा, वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका व अला उख्तिका फ़ातिमत अल-मअसूमा। अस्सलामु अलैकुम या इमामैन अल-अस्करियैन, अस्सलामु अलैका या मौलाना या साहिब अल-अस्र वज़्ज़मान, अस्सलामु अलैका या खलीफत ar-रहमान, अस्सलामु अलैका या शरीक अल-कुरान, अस्सलामु अलैका या काबत अल-ईमान, अस्सलामु अलैका या इमाम अल-इंसी वल-जान। अज्जलल्लाहु लका मा वअदका मिनन-नस्र व ज़ुहूरिल अम्र व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहु। अल्लाहुम्मा कुल्लि वलिय्यिकल हुज्जत इब्निल हसन सलवातुका अलैहि व अला आबाए फ़ी हाज़िहि स्साअ व फ़ी कुल्लि स्साअ वलिया व हाफ़िज़ा व क़ाइदा व नासिरा व दलीला व ऐना حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل